Let me just start by saying this one is going to be awful. Just awful. But on Monday, July 20th, in the Plymouth Superior Court in Massachusetts, they're going to begin jury selection in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy. She's a 35-year-old mother accused of strangling her 3 young children to death on January 24th of 2023. Now, the reason this one is really difficult is that she admits that she was the one that killed her children, but claims a lack of criminal responsibility because she says doctors mishandled her diagnosis and she was over-medicated for postpartum depression. According to the defense, she was not in her right state of mind due to a mental disease or defect. She suffers from what is, quote, profound mental illness, severe postpartum psychosis, and is said to have heard auditory commands to end the lives of her children. Lindsay Clancy strangled her children with exercise bands after sending her husband to run errands, to go to CVS and to get takeout food. And while he was gone, that is when she killed the children. After the attack on the kids, she cut her own wrists and neck before jumping from a second-story window in the couple's home, attempting to take her own life. She is now in a wheelchair because she suffered paralysis from the waist down when she jumped from the window. And since her arrest, has been undergoing mental health treatment at the Tewksbury State Hospital. The prosecution is claiming that this was all premeditated murder. This all was a calculated incident, that she planned to harm her children. She sent her husband on errands, even using Apple Maps to figure out where the route he would take would go and how long it would take him to return, so she would have time to not only kill the kids, but probably take her own life as well. The defense claims that she was prescribed 13 different medications in the course of 3 months. Her husband claimed these meds were turning her into a zombie and they were asking the doctors for help. Medical records show Lindsay's worsening depression for months. She reported feeling worse and not getting better. She checked herself into a hospital program specifically for postpartum mothers, and the staff determined that she had been misdiagnosed and over-medicated, but then sent her back to the same providers. The defense asked for 16 other people. These are not experts. These are just regular lay people who also suffered from the same illness to come in and testify, but the judge denied that motion and said that this case will only allow medical experts. Lindsay's husband has forgiven her and asked everybody else to forgive her, and he has filed a wrongful death claim against the medical providers. We expect to hear his 911 call during the trial. When he came home from those errands that night, he found his wife on the lawn, thought that she was really kind of the only person that needed medical help. So he called an ambulance. They come to help her. Then he goes and looks for the kids, and that's when he finds the 3 children have been strangled in the basement. Now, there were also counts of strangulation. The prosecution dropped those charges as being redundant. So now she's facing 3 counts of first-degree murder. They expect to pick 18 people for the jury because of the unusual nature of this case. They believe that they need more alternates than they would normally need. So they're looking for 18 people, and the jury will not be sequestered, and this is supposed to last for 4 to 6 weeks. I know this one's going to be incredibly emotional because there are 3 young children who are no longer living, and their mother admits to killing them. However, there's also this conversation about mental illness, particularly postpartum, which very often is misdiagnosed, and it's rare that women are given the appropriate treatment when they are suffering with that diagnosis. This is going to be a highly watched case. I'm old enough to remember Andrea Yates. And I don't recall one this big since then. That was 25 years ago. This one's going to be very emotionally charged because there's already one side that says she's a stone cold murderer, and there's another side that says she can't help what she did. So keep coming back here. As tough as this is going to be, we're going to try and go through this. Jury selection begins tomorrow, and I'll be back here to tell you all about it.